won the Men's Artistic Gymnastics Championships. Croatia is very well known for its work on the pommel horse, and that's where we turn our attention to next. And so, to the men's pommel horse competition, the veteran Matvej Petrov of Albania looks to make history by getting us underway, but he's got to contend as the 7th strongest qualifier, with 3rd strongest Petro Pachniuk of Ukraine, goes 2nd in the order. And then we wait until later on for Christopher Mezaros of Hungary, the 2nd best performer in qualification, and Robert Seligman of Croatia, the top qualifier with a score of 14.3. But there's quite a bit of closeness among the top group of gymnasts here when you scrutinise the numbers. Plenty of potential for twists and turns and upsets in this pommel horse competition. And would we have it any other way? So we await the presentation of the gymnasts for the men's pommel horse competition here in the Mersin Gymnastics Hall. Took just about a year or so to build it for the 2013 Mediterranean Games. Some of the gymnasts who are here today, and indeed some of the spectators who are here today, know it very well from that Mediterranean Games. Pommel horse was won by Sasha Bertonche at that competition back in 2013. It was a hugely proud moment for the city of Mersin hosting those Mediterranean Games. And I think just for the sake of parity, we ought to mention that the floor competition that we've just seen, that was won by Eleftherios Kosmidis of Greece. The team competition won by Spain. Their team was Nestor Abad, Christian Bazan, Javier Gomez Fuertes, Fabian Gonzalez and Ruben Martinez. And can you tell me which of those gymnasts it was that won the individual all-around title? It was one of the Spanish team. I'll give you 5 seconds. It was Javier Gomez Fuertes. But the space has been used a great deal since the Mediterranean Games in this venue. It's a firm favourite on the World Challenge Cup circuit. A lot of the Turkish gymnasts know it very well. They've competed here a great deal. And one should point out as well, actually thinking back to that last floor final, Aurel Benovic, really now all the best moments of his career have come in this arena, having won his World Challenge Cup maiden gold medal in Mersin. So he ought to be investing in a holiday property. And quite a few of them here as well. It's the longest seaside in Turkey. Very popular holiday destination in better times, of course. Feels hollow to say that sort of thing right now. But a port on the Mediterranean Sea, a population of around 1 million people. It's colloquially called the Pearl of the Mediterranean. And it's named after the plant myrcene, which grows everywhere here. Well, I mean, everything grows everywhere in Mersin. It's known for its extraordinarily fertile soil. Apparently they take 3 harvests here every year. It's got the 2nd richest flora in the world. Known for its citrus fruits, its honey, its fish. Any of you who visited this part of the world, well, you'll know that the climate is most conducive to taking a very fine harvest. We've still got plenty of medals yet to harvest at these European Championships.
We kindly invite finalists on pommel horse.
So the introduction of the athletes for the men's pommel horse competition here at the 2020 Artistic Gymnastics European Championships. And there, one of the team medalists from yesterday, Ferhat Arujan. Leading the way. A man who represents a nation that has never enjoyed any success at the European Gymnastics Championships. Well, well, well. You just wonder, don't you? Albania's Matvej Petrov, the 7th strongest in qualification, but he's somebody who can deliver a great final, the 30-year-old. Petro Pakniuk, team gold medalist from yesterday, 3rd strongest in qualification. Hungary's David Vicenic, best known for his horizontal bar work, but he is the pommel horse silver medalist from the national championships last year. We've had Yevgen Yudenkov, the 4th strongest qualifier from Ukraine, followed by Filip Uday of Croatia, the 8th strongest qualifier and an Olympic medalist in Beijing. Christopher Mezaros, 2nd strongest qualifier, and another Croatian veteran, Robert Seligman, top qualifier. And we have Ferhat Arujan of Turkey, the 5th strongest in qualification. Well, there are some youngsters, but there are also a fair few veterans. This part of the world is known for its spectacular archaeological finds, and every so often you get something from antiquity popping up again and being unearthed, and he's one of them. Matvej Petrov, who retired from the sport after not making it to the Olympic Games in Rio 2016. Competed for Russia for many years. He was born in Bryansk Oblast. Moved to Prague to become a coach. He had a little bit of free time. Started to train again. Realised, as many gymnasts do, that they've still got it. That not just they've still got it in terms of competitive ability, they've got it in terms of competitive desire. And the director of the gym was Albanian. Said, I've got a plan. And Matvej Petrov said, I like the sound of that. And here he is. Returned to the World Championships last year after many years away. Female gymnast called Griselda Selaj won 5 gold medals at the Balkan Championships in 2009. Petrov had won a few exhibition competitions, but until the Sombate World Cup in September, no Albanian had ever won a gymnastics medal at full international level. What can he now do as the 7th strongest qualifier in the European Championship final? If he does his full routine, the legs just came apart there, he's got some real difficulty. Nice flare work. Lovely rapid hip rotation. He's keeping it going too. Super line. No piking in the middle of the body, toes well pointed. Oh, come along, Matvej Petrov holds it to get into the dismount. He had to go slightly in installments, but the 30-year-old has certainly made a case for himself at the start of this men's pommel horse final. He's got some wonderful aspects to his routines. His flare work is really rather nice. He keeps a good diagonal line of the body. The core strength is most apparent. Couple of awkward moments. Lost the legs a little bit at the start. Looked as though the arms were just going to condense here at the end. But he keeps his heels together, his toes well pointed as he dismounts. So he loses things perhaps with the upper body, but he keeps a lot with the lower body. 13.566 in qualification for Petrov. Let's keep an eye on his difficulty, which in qualifying was a 5.2. He's done a lot more difficult work than that of late. Well, we've had some fine stories at these European Championships. But my word, if Albania were to win themselves a medal, that's up there. That is right up there at the top of the list. And just for fun, we're keeping him waiting. Oh, now then, 14.566. His execution up by a couple of tenths. His difficulty up by 0.8. His whole mark up by 1. Albania is in play to Petro Pagniuk. Third strongest in qualification, 14.066. Already a team gold medalist. Just getting a little close to the pommels in some of his rotations. He's very loose in the Magyar, tidier in the Shivado. Loose again in the Russian Wenderschwing. It's a bit of a battle, but it's a battle he's winning at the moment. Okay. Not as tidy, certainly, as Matvey Petrov, but Petro Pagniuk, as always, packs a lot into the routine. Does it pack enough of a punch from an execution standpoint? Well, we have ourselves a compelling pommel horse final developing. It's the old adage of there being various ways to compile your score. Pagniuk's execution will take a little bit of a hammering in places, but his difficulty will doubtless be positively rewarded. Second position for Petro Pagniuk. He's up from qualification, 14.166. He's only up by a tenth, though, so it is still Petrov who leads. Hungary's David Vicenic, the 9th strongest qualifier, 13.233. Joint silver medalist on pommel horse at the National Championships. We'll see him later on his favoured piece, the horizontal bar. Just lost his leg form. He was a little bit piked. He's really struggling here to keep his execution strong. Every time he rotates and is rather bent in the middle, you can just see the tenths ticking away. But what Vicenic has got is remarkable strength, because a a gymnast not as well conditioned would not have stayed on the apparatus there. He's done very well to make it to this final. May well not have expected to. Super day for the Hungarian team yesterday. Bronze medalists in the team competition for the first time ever. And this gentleman is the leader of the team. The rest of the team ranging between the ages of 18 and 21. And I think what has to be considered a real tonic for Hungary as we look back at the work of David Vicenic is also they were silver medalists in the junior team competition. More to come from him later, more familiar territory. Vicenic will be keeping an eye on Christian Bolage, his junior teammate who won the horizontal bar title earlier today in the junior finals. Vicenic has a score of 13.6. It's easy to see why he's happy with that because his execution is up considerably from qualification, almost by 4/10. Yevgen Yudenkov of Ukraine delivered a 13.933 in qualification, the fourth best performer. He was a multiple medalist at the national championships in the apparatus finals in September, though not on this piece. 27-year-old, a key part of the gold medal winning side yesterday. Gymnasts have got to use each portion of the apparatus equally. Each third has got to be treated well, and he's treated that whole routine well, Yevgen Yudenkov. Strong work. Where does his difficulty feature compared to Petrov, who's up at a 6, the only 6 difficulty we've had so far? .266. Yevgen Yudenkov goes into second place. His execution, perhaps as expected, a little better than Petrov's, but his difficulty 4/10 shy. Now, a man who certainly knows how to deliver when it comes to the pommel horse competition. European Championship silver medalist in Lausanne in 2008, the same year that he won the Olympic silver medal on the pommel horse. Philippe Houdet is now 34. Eighth strongest in qualification, but he has the capacity to jump up. He's got a super straight line as well. Very fine technique. keeping decent clearance over the handles. Really is nice and diagonal. Yes, yes, yes. Philippe Houdet. He looks absolutely pleased as punch with that. It's been a good day so far for Croatian gymnastics. There's a veteran at the top of the leaderboard. Could there be another one now? He missed the World Championships last year due to a bad right knee ligament injury. Made his first European Championship final for 4 years in Glasgow in 2018, where he finished 6th. Still going strong. He has 4 major silver medals: Olympics, World Championships, European Championships, Mediterranean Games. He has not yet got a big gold medal. At 34, is this going to be the time for Philippe Houdet? Remember that he came in as the 8th strongest in qualification. Petrov leads, then Yudenkov, then Pakniuk. 14.566, 14.266, 14.166. Nearly 14.433. Houdet is in second place. His difficulty score 5.5. So the highest execution easily so far there from Houdet, unsurprisingly because of his beautiful form, but his difficulty half a mark lower than Petrov. Now we go to the last 3 competitors, including the top 2 qualifiers. This is Christopher Mészáros, the 19-year-old from Hungary, second strongest in qualifying with a 14.066. But the game has changed now. This is authoritative. Just getting a little bit piked. Got to watch out for that. Good swingful routine, though, from Mészáros. It's another really nice performance from this exciting young gymnast. Now, no doubt, Mészáros' difficulty has the capacity to grow and grow. If he can keep his execution as crisp and elegant throughout his career, then we have ourselves a gymnast here. We have ourselves a real gymnast. It's easy to see, isn't it, why he is the reigning all-around national champion. He's known for his work, particularly on the floor and the pommel horse. A certain style. He knew he was going to have to really deliver something more than qualification to be in contention. is Christopher Mezaros in contention. His difficulty was 5.5 in qualifying. There is a 5.5 difficulty on the podium right now, but with virtually a 9 execution. That's Filip Uday. Yevgen Yudenkov is maybe the gentleman sitting a little bit nervously at the moment in bronze on 14.266. Oh, he's close. 14.166 for Mezaros. And it's just that difficulty score that's the issue. Execution very tidy. Joint second best execution in the final. To a man who's not far off, twice the age of Mezaros. Robert Seligman, the second Croatian. The second 34-year-old. But older by a month. Just to show he can. That bit alone would wear me out. Now this is interesting. Filip Uday has submitted an inquiry. His difficulty score of 5.5. Yes, it's not enormously surprising to see that he's submitted an inquiry because his difficulty was 5.7 in qualifying. And what that means, if the judges have missed some difficulty, rather than him missing some difficulty, then he could be in a position to leapfrog Petrov because the gap is just over a tenth. Watch this space. So to Robert Seligman, bronze medalist at the 2008 European Championships, silver medalist 2 years ago in Glasgow. Give you an idea of how long he's been around. He was the World University Champion in 2005. And he's the top qualifier here. Like so many of the Croatian specialist on the pommel horse, he's got a lovely diagonal line when he's facing upwards. He's a little bit looser as he's facing the apparatus though. His Magyar-Shivado combinations are delicate and strong at the same time, but he's really struggling there just to keep that one going. Interesting, really a tale of two routines that from Seligman. His form in the Russian-style positions, not quite as strong. His teammate Filip Uday comes over to celebrate with him. Well, he never misses a European Championships, does Robert Seligman. Where does he feature on the podium? Petrov leads, but the inquiry for second place, Uday, is ongoing. Yudenkov still holding on to third place. It does mean that there is a guaranteed... Actually, I'm going to hold off on that because there is not a guaranteed medal for Albania if there is success here with the inquiry for Uday, and if Seligman and Arujan manage to impose themselves, then Petrov could fall off the podium. So it's after this score has come in. for Robert Seligman that we will know if Matvey Petrov is going to make it on a podium or not. One of the longest waits we've had so far. But he's seen it all in his career, has Robbie Seligman. Now, there has been the inquiry succeeding for Uday, but his difficulty has gone up by a single tenth. And what that means is that it is still Petrov in the lead. More on that in a bit. Seligman now goes into third position with 14.366. So, just for clarification, it is Petrov of Albania, 14.566. Uday of Croatia, 14.533. Seligman of Croatia, 14.366. Albania has just won its first ever European Championship medal. What colour? Ferhat Arujan is the only gymnast who can deprive Matvey Petrov of a gold medal. He was the 5th strongest in qualification, and there is difficulty, and a lot of it, to this routine. Can he execute? This is going well so far. Getting a little closer, a couple of brushes off the edge of the horse, but he's okay at the moment. Losing his form just a little bit, but that is very good. We have got ourselves quite a finish. Going to be a nervous wait now. Well, Ferhat Arujan keeping everyone guessing. There has never been a Turkish gold medalist at European Championship level. They won just their 2nd silver medal yesterday. Now, what kind of difficulty number do we see here? 5.8 in qualifying. Petrov, 6 in the final. Has Arujan managed to add some crucial tenths of difficulty? He knows that he's in the conversation. Petrov, Uday, Seligman, 1, 2 and 3. 14.566, 14.533, 14.366. What of Ferhat Arujan? Already a team silver medalist from yesterday's competition. Has he done enough to add to his collection? And if so, what colour will it be? They wait nervously in the crowd here in the Mersin Gymnastics Hall. He waits nervously. in the Mersin Gymnastics Hall, in an arena that he knows like the back of his hand. That is how it looks. I did suggest at the start this could be a very condensed final. The gap between first and second, so marginal. Ferhat Arujan 13.833 in qualification, but the execution may well have been a fair bit tidier in this final. The only 6 difficulty we've had so far was that of Matvey Petrov. Are you still there, judges? He's asking himself. They are still there, and they are having a very close look at making sure that all of this is calculated correctly. Oh golly, it's an anxious time for everyone here, for the Turkish team, for Matvey Petrov, for Robert Seligman as well, who's in bronze. It is 14.433 for Ferhat Arujan. We found the number out before he's seen it because they're doing that scoreboard drama in the arena. It's a bronze for a delighted Ferhat Arujan. And guess what? Albania have won gold. Albania have just won a gold medal at the European Artistic Gymnastics Championships. If you came here hoping for history, you have just got it. The classified results in the men's pommel horse competition. The bronze for home gymnast Ferhat Arujan of Turkey. The silver once again on a European Championship podium, Croatia's veteran Filip Uday. But the gold medal to Albania, to Matvey Petrov, who retired from the sport, who decided there must surely still be a way back for someone like him. Well, he was right. He is the European champion at the age of 30. And this one is going to create enormous news in Albania. A reminder of what we have just seen. The bronze medal to Ferhat Arujan of Turkey. The silver medal, only his second ever European Championship silver medal. Filip Uday of Croatia. 12 years after he won his first one. The man who went after him, Christopher Mazaros, was 7 years old when Uday won his first European Championship medal. But this is the story. Of course it's the story. Matvey Petrov of Albania, the European champion on the pommel horse. First to go in the final, and he set a standard nobody else could match. Lovely atmosphere among the competitors, these hugely experienced athletes.
Değerli konuklar ve sevgili sporcular, 2020 Mersin 34. Erkekler Artistik Jimnastik Avrupa Şampiyonası Büyük Erkekler Alet Finalleri Kuplu Aleti Ödül Töreni'ni arz ediyorum.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2020 Mersin 34th European Championships in Men's Artistic Gymnastics Seniors Apparatus Final Award on Pommel Horse are being presented.
Bronze medalist Ferhat Arıcan, Türkiye.
The victory ceremony in the men's pommel horse competition at the Mersin European Championships, and a second medal of this weekend to Ferhat Arıcan of Turkey. A second European Championship medal to Filip Ude of Croatia. He had to wait a little longer than 24 hours, 12 years. The 34-year-old has still got what it takes.
Gold medalist and European champion on pommel horse,
At the Mediterranean Games in 2013, Albania won 3 gold medals, all of them in weightlifting. They didn't have any success in this space, not in this arena, not in this sport. They haven't really ever enjoyed a moment like this. They've got it now. Matvei Petrov of Albania, the European pommel horse champion. You read it right. A new nation presents itself at the European Championships. And what a triumph for Matvei Petrov as well, a man who felt he had unfinished business. Well, that is how you conclude business. Well, the presentation party makes way, and we now hear Hymni I Flam Urit, the national anthem of Albania.
For the national anthem of Albania.
The Albanian national anthem, first published as a poem in an Albanian newspaper in April of 1912. The music written by Ciprian Porumbescu, a Romanian composer, and officially adopted 108 years ago. We don't get to hear it very often in the world of sports, a nation that's never won an Olympic medal of any colour. They have a European Championship gold medal now, courtesy of 30-year-old Matvei Petrov. Well, previously, Matvei Petrov's biggest triumph, as we have a look at Ferhat Arıcan, was probably winning a mixed pairs team competition for Russia in Brno in Czech Republic in 2017, where he teamed with Tatiana Nabieva. And I suspect even she would say, you're